Is she back? Is she really at it again? Hillary Clinton, this time claiming in a Twitter thread that she had 0 classified emails. Ms. Clinton tweeting out, "I can't believe we're still talking about this, but my emails," as Trump's problems continue to mount. "The right is trying to make this about me again. There's even a Clinton standard. The fact is that I had 0 emails that were classified." But folks, didn't the 2018 DOJ report find that Clinton had 193 classified emails on her private server? Joining us now to discuss, Florida businessman, lawyer, and GOP strategist Ford O'Connell, a retired gunnery sergeant in the U.S. Marine Corps and Newsmax contributor Jessie Jane Duff. Ford, I'll start with you. I guess I'm misremembering.
Hillary Clinton is a masteress at revisionist history lies. I think what's truly galling about her latest act is when she points her finger and says, "No one is above the law," and yet this is the woman who pushed the Russia hoax that brought our country to a standstill for nearly 3 years, and she hasn't been held accountable. I do agree that Hillary Clinton will always look to aim for running for president when she can, but right now she's all about creating a revisionist history narrative about the nearly 200 classified documents that she did have on her server.
Also, Hillary making headlines this afternoon saying she's not running for president in 2024. Here's what she said.
Would you ever run for president again?
No, but I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that we have a president who respects our democracy and the rule of law and upholds our institutions.
What if Donald Trump runs again?
He should be soundly defeated. It should start in the Republican Party. Grow a backbone. Stand up to this guy. And heaven forbid, if he gets the nomination, he needs to be defeated roundly and sent back to Mar-a-Lago.
Jessie, do you believe that's a real no?
I think that Hillary Clinton needs to have a Democrat in office just to save her own skin. She doesn't want this discussion to continue about her nefarious activities. She doesn't want the narrative to go right back to how she set up the whole Russia collusion narrative, how her whole team supported the dossier, submitted it to the FBI, and had the entire Trump team under surveillance while they were campaigning for office. And additionally, it's come out that they were surveilling them while they were in office. I mean, this lady has guilt written all over her, and she wants to make sure the fingerprints are no longer exposed. And in order for her to save her own skin, her own reputation, and what's little is left of it, she needs a Democrat who is friendly to her to get back in the White House, just the way Joe Biden has been, because he has provided cover for all of those activities that we know now to be illegal and horrible against the former president. So she just has to reshape the narrative, just like Ford has said, that she did nothing wrong and Trump is the bad guy when she is deflecting her own behavior.
Okay. Wanted to get your take on this. First time since 2012, a former president and first lady had their official portraits unveiled at the White House. Barack Obama, former president, and Michelle Obama, the former first lady. Welcome back. The event amidst reports of a rift between Obama and Biden camps. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know if we're showing the pictures here. Ford, we're running short on time, but as we see them unveil these, I was struck by how Mr. Obama's looked very much like a photograph. It's like the white background. You always think of these solemn backgrounds, kind of dark maudlin in some cases. But this one, okay, go ahead, pull them up, please. Thank you. And then I don't know about the off-the-shoulder look for Michelle Obama. That's going to get some tweets. And the former president looks like a photograph, Ford.
Well, I think that the former president, it does look a little odd, but I promise you us having this discussion is going to fire up the woke left because they're going to say, how dare you question Obama's choices?
Jessie, quick comment.
I actually like Michelle Obama's portrait. I think it looks classy and graceful. And yes, Obama chose a white background, which was odd. But other than that, it's a classy photo. Thank goodness he's not wearing golf shorts or doing something crazy. He's got a suit on and they look great.
Let's hope a former president for the official portrait in the White House isn't wearing that. But
Hey guys, it's Rob Carson. September is historically the worst performing month for the stock market, so you better be ready for it. The Fed continues to aggressively raise rates, and JP Morgan is forecasting another mega rate hike September the 21st. Is that why Jamie Dimon said an economic hurricane is coming our way? Well, gold and silver have remained remarkably stable despite the Fed aggressively raising rates today. The Patriot Gold Group has a special incentive for Newsmax viewers. Huge! Now precious metals investors can enjoy the no-fee-for-life gold and silver IRA on qualifying rollovers, or enjoy free, discreet, insured shipping on all direct gold and silver purchases. Here's the number, 800-356-4470. Call 800-356-4470 today.